What up, everyone? So we just did a review of Super Geek Box for the month of December, so let's see what their direct competitor, 1UP Box, has in store. Let's check it out. So last month's 1UP Box, I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought they did a very good job, which is good because this box has been kind of iffy. It was down for a long time, then it kind of came back up and kind of wavered around, but let's see what we got and see if this company is here to stay. So first, got a t-shirt, and I can already tell it looks like it is Star Wars themed. Let's take a look at this. Very obviously a crossover. Okay, so it looks like a crossover between Star Wars and Totoro. So that's kind of funny. It's kind of goofy looking. Seems like a weird crossover. It seems like one of those occasions where they did the crossover just for the sake of doing the crossover, and really not much more than that. But you know, it's designed pretty decently. This is obviously not their best designed shirt, but they're getting better at it. For the longest time, they had this very hand-drawn look that looked like all their designs were kind of drawn in like Sharpie or something like that. It still looks like a similar artist did this, but they're just making it more refined. They're getting better with their style. So even if it's a crappy crossover, at least it doesn't look like crap. Like the Halloween one and like the Batman Mario one, like everything about it was bad, but at least it's designed decently. And you may not like that one. It's kind of a Christmas and Star Wars, which are both current, considering it's Christmas time and Star Wars just came out. But I don't know if Totoro is really needed in there, and I'm not sure why they picked that crossover. But you know, it's decent. The shirt quality is like, meh, it's on the heavy cotton, but it looks like it was printed pretty well. So, you know, I'll give that like a 6.5 out of 10. This may not be for everyone, and it may not be worn all the time, but it looks like they actually put some effort into it, and I think that's commendable. So, I think 6.5 is merited on that. Alrighty, so there's our shirt. Let's see what else we got. Our big item, looks like we got a stuffed Chewbacca. Da-da-da. So not that it really matters or not that you can tell, but this is actually from the new movie because it has the new tag. Oh my gosh, it's the new Chewbacca. Not that you can really tell by this stuffed figure. They really didn't do much to change Chewie in the new movie. Like, he looked pretty much the same. Like, Harrison Ford looked haggard as fuck, but like Chewie wasn't any different. I was expecting them to age him a little more. I was expecting like a lot more gray hair on him, just like Harrison Ford, but they really didn't do that, which I found kind of odd, and I'm not sure why. I thought they would do more about it, or maybe change his attire a little bit, but they really didn't. So this is branded, this is from Disney, so you got a nice little Chewie figure. Doesn't talk or anything, but yeah, cool, very current. So I'm guessing we're also going to see a lot of Star Wars stuff this month, as we did last month, so just be prepared for that. Next, we got, okay, so this is not branded, but this looks like an inflatable lightsaber from 1UP Box. They got their logo on it and everything, so looks like a blow-up lightsaber. Alright, that works. That's something we definitely have not seen this month. Okay, blow-up lightsaber. If you have the energy to blow that up, more power to you. Next, we got a lanyard. Is this branded by anything? Doesn't look like it. So this is very obviously all the Star Wars characters. Let me get the camera to focus. There we go. So we got little adorable versions of all the Star Wars characters. So it looks kind of like Funko Pop versions, but they're not. Oh, it's actually not just Star Wars, it's Star Trek as well. That's kind of weird. So it looks like we have all Star Wars characters, and then Spock, just like randomly chilling there, like nobody notices he's hanging out on this lanyard. Just like completely uninvited, not even the same movie series, but yeah, there's Spock in there too, so alright Spock, welcome to this lanyard. Way to go. I'm guessing that's how they did the crossover, I'm guessing that's how they avoided the copyright, but okay, Star Wars lanyard with Spock. Alrighty, what else we got in here? Seems like we just got one more item in here. Actually, okay, two. So we got a sticker here. This looks like Rocket Raccoon. Little adorable rocket. And it very obviously looks like the same artist that's designing all these. The shirt, the lanyard, the sticker. Looks like the very same art style. Same with this. So with this, we got kind of a little art print here. And it's nice that they're not doing the posters anymore. They're doing this cardstock thing, which I recommended long ago, and everyone's kind of going that direction, which I'm very happy about. So we got Captain Kirby. Adorable little crossover on a nice little piece of cardstock. Alright, it looks like that was all the items in here. Short and sweet. So, let's take a short break, then we'll come back, talk about some value, and give this box a rating. See you soon. Alright, we are back. Let's go back to these items. So shirt, like I said, 6.5 out of 10. Pretty decent job. You know, the 1UP box has never been known for their nice shirts, their good shirt quality or designs. They've been pretty much the worst across the board, but they've been getting better, and this one definitely isn't their worst. They've had way worse than this, but you know, pretty decent. They're getting better along with it, but I just hope they never go back to their old ways, because they were notoriously bad for their t-shirt designs. They were so awful for the longest time. But this one's pretty okay. It's fitting with the holiday theme, but you know, still not that great. So 6.5 on that, standard $12 to $15 value. Next, our Chewie figure. So this would be right around $10, depending on where you got it from, give or take a buck or two. If you saw this at Target or something like that, maybe 8 or 9, or maybe a little closer to 10. But if you were trying to repurchase it online, maybe a little more than that. So right around $10 for a plush figure of this size, because there's really nothing rare about it. So just a plush figure. I'm surprised they didn't give different plush figures in there from Star Wars. It seems odd that they landed on Chewie. I don't mind it. I like him, but it just seems weird that they didn't give variety. But whatever. Alright. Then our inflatable lightsaber. Honestly, something like this would be in the dollar section of Target, and it's not branded, it's from 1UP box, and it is just an inflatable, but to be generous and give it some value, I'll give it a $2 to $3 value, but even that's kind of high. Honestly, I think this is dollar store, because there's no packaging, there's no branding, it's just kind of randomly in there. It's obviously just filler, but to be generous, $2 to $3. Then, our lanyard. This also is not branded and no packaging, so at the most I could see this going for is $5. Because standard lanyards, even branded ones, would go for about that. Usually they come with a keychain, and those ones run about $10, but without a keychain, right around $5. And it's still kind of random that it's just all Star Wars and Spock. Oh, I guess Kirk is on there too. I didn't see him in there, but yeah, whatever. That still looks cool. So lanyards are pretty common in the smaller boxes, common item to get, cheaply made. So for that one, honestly, no more than $5, but right around $5. Then, our sticker. Our Rocket Raccoon sticker. So, again, not branded, so something of this size, of this quality, $1 or $2 at most. Then the same thing about the print. I'm glad they're going with the nicer print style on cardstock, but again, a buck or two for something this size. Still cool items, but it just isn't worth really more than that. So that being said, that brings our value on the low end of 31 and on the high end of 37. So, depending on how much you pay for it, depending on how early you got it in a 1UP box, but pretty sure most people that have it now are somewhat new to it, so they're paying the full price, which is $18, and if you're in California, which is $20, which is the same as Super Geek Box. But that just kind of depends, so pretty close to double, close enough to it, but, you know, honestly, not a big fan of this month's box. I thought last month was better, and as per usual, Super Geek Box did much better. With the exception of last month, it always does. This one, there's a lot of not branded stuff, a lot of third-party stuff in here, which is fine. It's to be expected from the cheaper boxes, but it's just not always super welcome or accepted. It just seems like very overly common stuff that doesn't have a brand to it, so it's just kind of there. You know, and that's okay. And the t-shirt design wasn't great. The Chewbacca plush figure was okay, and everything else was just kind of there. It was cute looking, but not something that anyone would probably die for, and I don't think they'd be super bummed if they missed out on it. So I'm only going to give this a 6 out of 10. You got decent value, but like I said, honestly, I was being pretty generous with some of these values. It was just stickers, cardstock, third-party stuff that has not a lot of value at all to it, if any. So even with those generous values, you didn't even quite get double. And the things in here just weren't their best choices. So 1UP Box has been around for a long time with me, but that's mostly because they just have such a great referral program. I got in with the company a year ago, so I still only have to pay $15, and if I refer someone, it's then it's only $10, and it's just so cheap. I feel bad canceling it at a certain point. But other than that fact, there's not much reason that I keep it around too much, because they just haven't always been the best. They just skated by. I thought last month was pretty great, and they do have good months, but they also have most months where it's a lot like this, where it's their third-party stuff, it's not branded, it's their exclusive things in there, and it's just okay, that's there, but it's hard. You can't sell it. There's no resale market at all. And it seems like hard to even give away a lot of this stuff because it's just not sought after. It's not special at all. So I think a 6 out of 10 is merited because, you know, it's still good. It's still enjoyable. And you got good value. But not much more to say about it than that. So this has been 1UP Box. T-shirt 6.5 out of 10. Box 6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought. See you on the next video. Love you all. Peace.